Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be slightly different than the usual mid-monthly reading. And I'll explain why and how I'm going to do that. So first of all, I would like to again apologize for not posting the general readings for the month of June and for not posting any videos over the past couple of weeks. I've been dealing with some personal issues, so instead of trying to go back and do that now, and we're at the middle of the month, I've decided to go ahead with the mid-monthly readings, but instead of just doing the love and romance and career and finance portion of the reading, I'm adding in additional cards for sort of a general overview for the remaining part of the month. So that's what you see here. So I'll be using for the general reading for the last 2 weeks of June, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. I'm knocking stuff over here. Okay, and that's by Jennifer Galasso. And I will be pulling an oracle card to go along with that from the Sacred Traveler Oracle Card deck by Denise, Linn. For the love and romance portion of the reading, I will be using these oracle cards. I've used them before, not in a while. I haven't used them in a while actually, but I was led to use them for the mid-monthly. So the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid. And I will pull an additional oracle card for the love and romance reading from James Van Praagh's The Power of Love activation cards. And looking at career and finance, I'll be using the Chrysalis Tarot. Okay, and this is Paintings by Holly Sierra and written by Tony Brooks. And as additional guidance for the career and finance, I will be pulling a Life Purpose Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. Okay, again, as I like to remind you, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can contact me using the INSTANTGO app. Just download the app and search for me. On the app, I'm Changing Phases Tarot. I've put the information about the INSTANTGO app in the information box below. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing. And just, like I usually try to do in these, I don't always remember, but I try to just, thank everybody. I really do appreciate all of my viewers, everybody who takes the time to watch my videos, especially, to like, to comment. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Gemini, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading for June 2018. As you can see, I have already laid the spreads to try to save a little bit of time. So let's get started. I'll begin with the general reading. So in the past position, energy as you head into the last 2 weeks of the month, the King of Cups, followed by Major Arcana, Death. This is card number 13 of the Major Arcana, followed by the Six of Wands. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month, the Two of Cups. And from the Sacred Traveler deck, you have Embracing Enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. And it's interesting because a lot of the signs have been getting the same cards come up. For example, the Death card has been coming out a lot this month. The Two of Cups as well. And a lot of the signs have had sort of repeating cards, even in the same position, in different readings. Just like in your readings, you have the Death card in the same position in both the career and finance and, the general reading. So that I've noticed that. And I've also noticed that for a lot of the signs, the general reading is very much in tune with the career and finance reading. So we'll see how yours plays out here. So starting off with the King of Cups. The Suit of Cups is water energy, and it deals with our emotions, it deals with our feelings, relationships, psychic abilities, intuition. When we have court cards appear in a reading, they can be actual people who are playing a significant role during this month, and if so, this would typically be an older water sign individual. Even though he appears as the king, it could be male or female in these general readings, but usually an older water sign individual here, so either a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. And as a king, he's mastered his particular suit. So, he's mastered the suit of cups. So he's a very warm individual. He's very caring, right? He's very sort of balanced emotionally. And he does sit in the past. So, this could be somebody that either you met in the past, or you could, maybe you were taking on the energy of this King of Cups in order to deal with a particular situation. You needed to sort of approach it from a more balanced, or in a more balanced way, or you were dealing with somebody maybe in a more, a fair, just way. And then it's brought you to this Death card. And the Death card, it represents an ending. It's a major arcana card, so, a powerful message here, so a significant ending. This can be, an ending to a relationship, could be ending a relationship with this King of Cups individual, could be ending a particular way of thinking, just a mindset or a habit even, ending a habit. But usually it's a significant ending, right? Maybe a significant chapter in your life ending, could be ending a job, again, a relationship. But what's more important than the ending is the change, the metamorphosis, the what comes after this death. So through death, through an ending, comes a new beginning. And this new beginning is bringing in, with the Six of Wands, definitely, success. This is a card of victory, the Six of Wands. It's a card of success, of being, sort of standing out from the crowd. It's a card of recognition, of receiving accolades. And you can see that the man here, he's tamed the lion, even though he has the other ones sort of facing him, he is there. He has the higher vantage point. He is the victor. He's carrying this, crystal ball representing his great sort of vision. So whatever this new beginning is, if you ended a relationship with this King of Cups, there's this significant new beginning. And then there's a very positive outcome, right? A victory card. Now you have the Two of Cups as the overall energy, which can speak of, a very deep soulmate connection with another individual. The Two of Cups is the minor arcana version of the Lover's card. So, most definitely it can be a very significant relationship, a soulmate connection to another individual, even a past life connection. Possibly with, we have the King of Cups here. Looking at this from, in a different way, this could be a very significant relationship with this King of Cups individual. This death, it could be, instead of an ending, it could be the death of, a particular period of your relationship. So this could be you, moving from just dating to moving in together. That would definitely be, an ending. It's the end of you living as a single person. This could be you getting engaged, you getting married. So the death here comes from, it's the death of you being, again, single, a bachelor. It's moving in, it's getting married. And whatever this is victory involved. If this is more to do with, we're looking in general here, but if this is sort of within your work sector, this could be you. The Two of Cups can also represent a partnership. It can be you partnering with another individual, possibly this water sign, male water sign individual. And if so, there could be a definite change, this death, a change or a new beginning. If this isn't within the work, there could be a significant ending. And then whatever the new thing is, that maybe you're starting up a new venture together. Maybe you're both ending your jobs where you have been working and you're starting a new business venture together, but it's successful, right? There's success involved. So there's a change, but a metamorphosis and a change for the better and success. And embracing enthusiasm. Let me find my guidebook, I like to read the full meaning for the oracle cards. So from the Sacred Traveler deck, it says, let me find Embracing Enthusiasm. Stop waiting on the sidelines. To heal your life and reach your goals, get up and take some risks. Break a few rules, shout to the heavens with joy and exuberance. Clap your hands with glee. Be silly. Don't hold back. Allow childlike wonder to flood your life. Take a day off work. Experience and celebrate even the smallest events of life. Discover what's great about each day. This is not the time to be reserved. Embrace every aspect of life. Smell the daisies. Good times are ahead if you just let loose a bit. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. An unseasoned traveler believes that happiness only comes after one has reached the destination. However, the Sacred Traveler knows the fastest way to manifest your dreams is to be happy now. You don't have to wait to experience joy. Your enthusiasm about what you already have will ignite miracles in your life. Without enthusiasm, something inside you sleeps. You must awaken, and then your relationships flourish, your health becomes vibrant, and your connection to the Creator deepens. So whatever this new thing is, right, after the death card, or whatever this death card brings in, it's about being enthusiastic, being upbeat, being excited about this, this change, this new thing coming in. And that's what's going to lead to your success here, to your victory. Okay, let's move on. For the love portion of the reading, we're using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards. We have in the past position, number 35, Loyal Heart. In the present, we have card number 31, Why. And the outbound energy, card number 7, To the Sea. And the card at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for love and relationships for the rest of the month, we have card number 49, Observer. And from the Power of Love deck, we have Humility. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Okay, so starting off here with the Loyal Heart in the past position. This card speaks of, we see the two owls, and they're kind of mirror images, right? And we have the two sides of the heart there, and both sides coming together to form the one heart. So it has to do with, how a lot of your relationships at this time, they might have things in common. There's loyalty within your relationships right now, honest sort of faithfulness. You could be in a committed relationship right now. There's this mutual respect, this mutual loyalty within the relationship. If this is just a friendship, same thing, or just, with your family, there's a reciprocal, there's this back and forth sort of loyalty, devotion, felt by, by yourself, by the other person in the relationship. If this is just, within your family or friendships, there's a lot of, people showing loyalty and faithfulness to you, and, vice versa. With the why, this why card, the question that it's asking, or this why, it has to do with you within a relationship, your behavior within a relationship, possibly linked to, past relationships or experiences from the past. And so you're questioning, or you're being asked a question, why is it that I'm acting? Why am I feeling this way? Why do I act that way, when something happens? Why do I say those things to people? Are you acting based on, what's going on in that particular situation and moment? Or are you acting based on sort of how you have always dealt with that type of situation, or is this something from the past that's coming in and sort of affecting how you're dealing with your relationships right now? So, it's a card that can speak of unresolved issues, from the past. So it's about kind of questioning, going within and questioning why you're acting like that. And, and if even you should, be acting in that way, right? If you are in a loyal relationship, if you do have a very solid relationship going, but you continue to act in a certain way that really doesn't sort of, go along with this relationship. Why? Take a look at that. Question, what is it? What is it from the past that's causing you to act that way? What can you do differently? Question why you're acting that way. Why do you continue to do those things? What do you need to change, if anything? And then to the sea is the outbound energy. This deals with, the need to go with the flow, right? We have the woman. This card's come out a lot this month as well. This one and the other one, but especially this one. And you see that the woman is sitting in this boat, right? But the boat doesn't have a sail up, right? There is the arrow sort of pointing the direction, but she's not doing anything. She's not paddling, right? She's not steering. She's just kind of allowing things to move along. So, in a relationship, I think this card, it's speaking about the need to sort of be in the flow, but also the need to, allow things to kind of take their natural course. Don't force things. Allow things to move along, at their natural speed. Especially if you are dealing with sort of past issues here, Don't try to force things, even though things seem to be, there's a good sort of reciprocity, is a good relationship going on with the other person, and there's loyalty and, respect. Don't force things. Allow things to kind of move along, to flow as they're meant to, and kind of see where the journey takes you together, Don't force things. And there's a need, as the overall energy, this observer card, there could be a need for either seeing things from a different perspective, right? This kind of makes me think of the Hangman, and we do have the Hangman. Where did I see that? Down in the career and finance part of your reading, you do have the Hangman. But the observer card, it can have to do with needing to have a different perspective, or to sort of see things, kind of think about when we had this animal, right? And the animal's looking up at the moon. So think about how, obviously the closer you are to an object, doesn't it change? Doesn't it look different? The closer you are to a situation, doesn't it look different? Maybe, and this could have to do with this Y card in the middle. Maybe there's a need to sort of, stand back, see things from farther out, get a different view of the situation before reacting, before you say something, really get a different, see the situation from maybe the other person's point of view. Take a few steps back, and then say, look at things from their vantage point. Do you always, is it always you just seeing things from your point of view? Maybe, maybe that's what's could be causing issues possibly. So, by trying to put yourself in the other person's shoes, and see things from their point of view, it could bring you, to the sort of common ground and maybe eliminate some of these issues here with this Y card. And then humility. Let me find my guidebook. See how humility ties in with your reading. It says, remember to acknowledge that no one is lesser or greater than you. Only some employ the tools of love, compassion, and acceptance to a lesser or greater extent. Humility is one of life's most estimable qualities. Accepting others as fellow souls who only desire love and understanding and encouragement is the highest achievement of all. Learn not to compare yourself to others, because you never really know what personal trials or obstacles they face. A humble soul does not come from a space of fear, but attempts to take chances on new ideas and experiences for the benefit of all. Ever grateful for today and enthusiastic about what tomorrow might bring, they naturally exhibit compassion and charity, deriving true joy from giving rather than receiving. When you live without self-importance and pride, you find it easy to practice kindness. Life doesn't revolve around only what you can do to succeed, but what you can do to help those on your path. With a humble spirit, you never need to compare yourself to another, because you realize that it is our inherent uniqueness that teaches us about the world in which we live. Everyone has a purpose for being. So again, I think that this humility here, and being humble, and it isn't always easy, to sort of put ourselves in the other person's shoes, and to see things from their point of view. All right, and that does have to do with humility. So there might be a need to do that, right? In order to to see sort of where they're coming from, have humility, right? Embrace humility here. Yeah, I do think that ties in with your the observer and the why card here. Definitely. All right, let's keep going. We're on the last part of your reading. We have, and this is for career and finances. So we have the Hangman. This is Major Arcana number 12, sitting in the past position. In this particular deck, he's called the Celtic Owl. In the present, we have Major Arcana number 13, Death. In this deck, it's Ariadne. And the outbound energy for the month, we have Major Arcana number 19, the Sun. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for career and finance, is the Knight of Stones, which would be the Knight of Pentacles. And in this deck, he's called the Illusionist. And from the Soul Purpose deck, you have Heart's Desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. Okay, so starting off here with the Hangman. So I'll give you the, the sort of general meaning, and then I'll tie in if there are any additional meanings, because like I was saying, this deck, the Chrysalis Tarot, does have slightly different meanings for the court cards and the major arcana. So the Hangman, it also speaks of the need possibly to see things from a different point of view, right? Which you have that here. So, kind of a double message coming in as far as needing to get a different perspective on a situation. The Hangman can also speak of a delay in something, needing to, or maybe things aren't moving ahead as quickly as you might have liked. So this does sit in the past. So there could have been a delay, possibly, within the work sector. This has been you. If you've been wanting to change career, maybe there's been a delay in that happening. So it's a period of, of indecision, a period of being in suspense, but it's also a period of needing to sort of let go and accept that that things are kind of in limbo right here, and so, and by having this different perspective, because usually in this deck, it doesn't show it, but the Hangman usually, he's hanging upside down, from a tree or something like that. And he's tied up. So it looks as though, he's in that situation. He can't get out of it. But in a lot of the decks, it shows that, yeah, he really could if he wanted to. He could wriggle free. He could, get out of the position that he's in. But he understands that, it's necessary for him to be in that particular situation or position, for whatever reason. There's a reason for it, So it's about surrendering to that delay, that moment of, of waiting, or of things not moving forward as quickly as you would like, right? There's a reason for that. And in this particular deck, the Celtic Owl, he's linked with, rebirth. Obviously, the owl, has to do with wisdom, sort of that hidden wisdom, new ways of thinking. But he also speaks of, of transformation, of rebirth. And we have that again with the death card here. And that message also came up, right, with the death card up in the other reading. So, in the present, there could be a significant change happening, right? There could be a major transformation happening, whether this is within your current job. This could be you leaving a job, heading off, starting a new one, or looking to begin a new career. But it's a major transformation. And in this particular deck, the death card speaks of, it can have to do with needing to face possibly, if there are any doubts that you might have about yourself as you begin this new job or new phase in your life. It's about kind of embracing or facing, the shadow side of yourself where you might have these negative feelings, and sort of facing that and understanding that you can get out of it, right? You're transforming yourself. You're moving into a new phase, a new job, a new opportunity. And then you do have the Sun card as the outbound energy, and the Sun is probably the most positive card in the entire tarot deck to get. It's a beautiful card. So it speaks of, in general, it's good health, it's vitality, it's good luck, good fortune. The Sun comes in to enlighten us. It shines its light on the situation. It gives us, the answers, possibly if we've been waiting for an answer or trying to figure something out. It's a big yes card, And in this deck, it's also tied to empowerment. So, you could be feeling particularly empowered. There's a great sense of material gain as well, enlightenment. So whatever this new thing is, even though it might have come after, a period of delay, maybe you applied for a job quite a while ago and you haven't heard anything. There might be a delay, in hearing, but there's a change coming in, a transformation. Things are not going to stay the same. And it's positive, right? The Sun card is telling you that, yes, it is positive. And it could most definitely be, related to your career, because we do have the Knight of Stones or the Knight of Pentacles. And again, this is very slow energy, much like the Hangman. Out of all of the Knights, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving. And, it could be an individual, right? I've mentioned that when we have court cards, they can be people. But I generally, if so, this would be more of a middle-aged earth sign individual. So Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, male or female. But I tend to view the Knights more as events, and especially here, he's a messenger, he's bringing in news. It's news about what? About finances, the stones, pentacles. It's tangible, something that, a very tangible offer here coming in. It's news of this tangible offer. Could be a new job offer coming in, but it's slow moving. The Knight of Pentacles is always the slow and steady wins the race type of energy. So, you'll get there eventually. He gets to his, whatever his goal is, his end goal. He's very determined. He kind of puts his nose down, nose to the grindstone, and just keeps on working very hard to get there. It just takes a while, right? In this particular deck, he's slightly different. He's you can see he's called the illusionist. And he's sort of the mystic, he's, so he's, when you think about mystics, sometimes they can be a little confusing. Not everybody understands, a mystic. An illusionist kind of has the, sort of this connotation of being, kind of a trickster almost, and some people do think of mystics as, kind of tricking others, but him and having him appear in your reading, it's kind of about taking the risk. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So if there is something new coming in that seems a little risky, maybe it's something that you wouldn't usually think of doing, a new opportunity that you wouldn't usually consider. It's telling you to go ahead, take the chance, take a chance on this. It's going to work out. We have the Sun card here. Let me see, what does this life purpose card say? How does this tie in? We have Heart's Desires. It says, what is your heart desire? This is the question that the angels are asking of you. You are at an important juncture in your life when it's time to make decisions about what you want. No one can make them for you. Spend time alone in quiet contemplation and consider your heart's desires, as many options are open to you now. The great news is that once you've clearly pinpointed your deepest desires and know that you deserve them, the doors of opportunity all easily open for you. You will dance in partnership with your intuition, first listening to the inner voice and next taking action upon that guidance. Although your path may involve some work and tenacity, it will be smooth and peaceful. You, like everyone, deserve to be happy. That is God's will for us, for all of us. Your happiness uplifts the entire world and radiates healing energy wherever you go. So, and even the colors of this, I think, are very similar, right, on these two cards. So there could very well be something, maybe it's something that you wouldn't have traditionally thought of doing, you know, something kind of almost a little risky for you to start doing. It could be you starting up your own business, or even, you know, with him being the illusionist, it could have to do with, you know, doing something completely different, you know, but that you have wanted to do for a long time. Maybe it has to do with, you know, spiritual healing, or you know, even doing card readings. It could be something that might seem a little, you know, sort of out there that you wouldn't have usually considered doing, but you're being guided to do that, to embrace it. And, you know, you have positive cards telling you that, you know, if you do go after whatever this new thing is with the Knight of Pentacles, that you could very well have a very positive outcome with the Sun card. So it looks like it's going to be, overall, I would say, a good rest of the month. Change coming in, significant changes. But, you know, overall, I would say positive. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.